Boxing aces have given stunning responses to the Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois battle. Boxing is a ruthless game. When Daniel Dubois tumbled to his knees during his battle against Joe Joyce and was counted out, denoting the primary loss of his profession, it appeared like he had been uncovered. It appears like he could never satisfy the hopes put on him, regardless of having experienced a broken eye attachment. He was discolored by charges of being a slacker at that point. However, it began to change sentiments. A courageous endeavor against undisputed top dog Alexander Usyk brought about a stoppage misfortune by halting Gerald Mill operator and Philip Hergovich. He guaranteed the IBF rake title, which was subsequently raised to the full Big Showdown after Usyk emptied the belt. This situated him for his session at Wembley Arena against Joshua. Dubois told Sky Sports before the battle, "It's been an excursion, what I feel has been a revival of my vocation. Truly, I've needed to revive my vocation. I've needed to return and face all that I could have been avoiding before." Analysis. He further added, individuals get out anything that they needed to say, yet I would rather not dive excessively deep into it. I've restored my vocation and simply continue to go now. I've restored. It's not over yet. Consistently is a fight. I could fall back directly into where I was. Nevertheless, I will ward breaking off and continue onward forward. He's driven by a determined desire to quiet every weight, uncertainty around him for good. A telling win against Joshua, the X-Bound together title holder and previous IBF champion, would have settled that multitude of inquiries. Dubois said, "I was down, and presently I'm returning up. There's a more profound significance to it than just me and a giant. The ring, all that's on the line. Who has the more grounded will, who's truly vanquished their evil presences, and who's truly prepared to push ahead, and I accept that is me, and I'm all set out there and show it." His objective was to win extravagantly. He said, "I plan to take him out. That is the program, that is the outlook, that is the aim. Coming into this battle, I'm going to spotlight for what seems like forever on obliterating it and being a decent destroyer, a decent vanquisher. Don't stand by. Go out there, crush him. Go through them, go through anything I need to go through. No retreat, no acquiescence, and go out there and perform like a hero." Daniel Dubois confronted one more trial of his self-restraint. At the last public interview before the battle, Joshua stood tall, his look cold and unfaltering as he stared at his rival. Dubois met his gaze, yet after a strained second, he was quick to turn away. Dubois was enthusiastic for their showdown. He showed up before the expected time at the notable scene, standing by without complaining for his second to sit opposite Joshua on the stage. For Dubois, this battle had been bound to happen, a fantasy he had pursued since he initially bound up his gloves as a young man. Dubois pronounced, "I need to really establish myself and make history. I've generally realized that I'm sufficient. I haven't got a lot to say right. Currently, I'm all set on Saturday. It's the restoration story of my vocation." Daniel Dubois has returned from an extreme loss to Joe Joyce and a missed shot at the world title against the uncommon Alexander Usyk. His resurgence has been driven by and large by the direction of his new coach, where Charles, who plays, had an urgent influence in his recuperation. Charles had not gone to the public exercise the other day and had not been close by during the news gathering, yet Charles has a cold and Dubois demands all that's great for however long he's in my corner on battle night. That is all I want. All that's gone well. Instructional course has gone splendid. How about we go? His advertiser, straightforward Warren, is expecting something unique. He said, "We have a newcomer. This youngster can battle. He can punch. He has portability. He's quick. And he's a decent finisher. I accept this heavyweight battle will be England's Hagler Hearns. That is the way thrilling it will be. Joshua is savoring that too," he said. "When I began boxing, I said I need to bring the heavyweight division back alive in the UK, and I figure we've done that. His purpose is bound with a hint of individual pride. A long time back, Dubois and Joshua went head-to-head in a competing meeting, and since murmurs and stories have undulated through the boxing scene to underscore it, Joshua said he broke me with an extraordinary shot, and it's my opportunity to get him back on Saturday." Joshua cautioned, "I'm not relying upon punch influence. It takes significantly more than that to be an extraordinary contender. I have the battling soul, and that is the way I'll separate him with my soul." Joshua has been watching old battles to fuel that. He said, "I've been reminding myself what I can do and what I'm equipped for." Pear might not have Joshua's simplicity behind the mouthpiece, yet he is similarly headed to match the previous top dog's determination. He said, "The world title, I really want to hold it and clutch it. I really want to legitimize it by winning this battle. No holds barred knockout." or the manner in which it comes. In the meantime, Daniel Dubois pummeled the table in gentle disappointment and wouldn't draw in with Anthony Joshua as they met in a downplayed news gathering in London following Alexander Usyk's retirement. Couple turned into the in-between time IBF champion in June and was consequently delegated best on the planet. He said, I want to hold this world title. It's something extraordinary to have, yet I want to legitimize myself by winning this battle. I'm on the ascent. I have the energy on my side. No more words battling punches. I'm prepared to battle and obliterate. The 27-year-old appeared to be eager for the question and answer session to envelop with difference to the created and drawing in Joshua, who kept up with his concentration and extended regard toward his rival when conversation went to a fighting meeting quite a long while prior. You eyes probably shook Joshua. The boss said it was fighting. Presently we're battling. This is different. Dubois included move prior to beating on the wooden table. The sublime organization corridor, a 15th century structure with a grade 1 posting, filled in as the setting for the news gathering. Olympic gold medalist Joshua remains near the precarious edge of significance, with the opportunity to carve his name close by the unbelievable triplet of Muhammad Ali, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and Vitaly Klitschko, as a 3-time world champion. Particle when he felt abused by Dubois in June, he took steps to toss a seat across the top dog's face. He was examined concerning the occurrence. Joshua answered, you ought to never allow anybody to take an inch, since they'll wind up taking a mile. You understand what I mean, Dan? Yet Dubois blankly answered, sorry. By the Londoner addressed dispersed reports about his mentor, where Charles, who hasn't been spotted during battle week. Dubois added, for however long he's in my corner on battle night, I'm okay. Everything is great. Joshua, who featured in English Arena for 6th time, uncovered that he's been pondering his past battles in the UK to fuel his inspiration. He said, it's great to be back. I'm prepared to thunder and help everybody what I'm competent to remember. The incomparable lobby at Society Lobby made an astonishing setting with its curved roof, finished glass windows, and models of previous Master City Hall leaders. The card is the latest appearance of the strong and dubious Saudi Bedouin coordinators, growing effect on the game. This week has proactively seen a breathtaking Hollywood-style debut at a film in Leicester Square, while Wembley Field assumed the majestic appeal of Buckingham Castle. For the open exercises anyway, the question and answer session missed the mark concerning both the setting and the buzz that encompassed it. Dubois has never been known for his speech abilities, yet this time, even by his own typical principles, the occasion felt shockingly quelled. Perhaps he's in a zone for Joshua. This second addressed the zenith of his excursion since the misfortune to Usyk, with the possibility of recovering the world title filling in as his most remarkable main thrust. He is by all accounts feeling great, and a warrior who is happy is a perilous warrior. Still, there was a ton of tension before the battle. Derek Chisara communicated worry for Daniel Dubois, referring to the top dog's restricted involvement with front of huge crowds in a meeting with Dynamite Sports during the Riyadh season. Terrific appearances. Chisara communicated his interests about Dubois possibly being dismayed by the environment of oppressed Wembley Arena. He said, it's humming. I'm only stressed for Daniel since he's never confined in front of individuals like this. He can either be so eager to emerge or it could deplete him. You never know yet. AJ has been there so often, yet we don't realize. We have 4 or 5 days to figure out. In July, Chisara beat Joe Joyce in a severe and serious battle that was seen by a sold-out O2 field. The 40-year-old is good that Joshua will win on Saturday since he understands the stuff to fight under pressure.